That's so wild how as soon as I knew what it was and tasted it, I was like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I kind of like it. Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
And welcome to our wildcard videos that we release here on Wednesdays, where we draw a sample at random, a blind sample at random, from our international pool of sipping spirits. A bunch of worldwide stuff in there from all over the place. It could be almost anything. We have no clue what's in the glass, but what we will do for you is we'll smell it, we'll taste it, we'll give it an initial ranking, and then we will find out the price and see if that changes our ranking before we find out what we're drinking.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a backwards way of doing reviews, but we feel like it gives you the most honest, unbiased opinions possible. And it all comes down to us giving this rating blind based on whether we'd spend our own money on it or not. And hopefully that will help you determine if you should spend your own money on it or not. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. Let's get into the nose. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This smells amazing.
I have something to say, but I mean, I don't think I should follow that.
This smells awesome. This smells like appley, beautifully goodness.
I was going to say apple, like straight up apple juice, like the healthy kind of apple juice. That has no added sugar.
Is this Mott's?
It might be like Mott's natural apple juice.
Is this the honest, organic Jessica Alba juice? Didn't she start a juice company?
Honest, she started it's like a whole genre of products. There's beauty products, there's all kinds of, there's baby food products. It's like a whole thing.
Is this what she smells like? Or her company?
I don't think she smells like it. I mean,
this could, you know what, now I'm making jokes, but now it smells like a really like sweet appley type of perfume now that I smelled it. Not to say it's not to say it's like floral like that, but it's very fragrant like a perfume.
It is
extremely fragrant.
It is like we are sticking our noses in a glass of apple juice. Spiked apple juice.
Can we be honest here? I've never gone apple picking. I'm not doing it. I don't want to go pay $40.
You are going to do it because I'm going to make you do it one of these days if I can get my act together. The problem with living in Tennessee is that apple picking season is so much sooner than I expect it to be. It's still like really warm and I'm not in the mood to pick apples and then it's over. And so one of these days we are going to go apple picking. It's going to happen. I just have to get my act together. Because I've done it and it's fun.
Yeah. I'm going to go pay $40 for what I can go to the grocery store and pay $14
It's an experience and it's like together bonding. You can do it with friends and you go out to dinner after. It's like fun. Make apple pies. I used to make apple pie.
I'd
make an apple pie for you if you go with me.
I've had fun before. It ain't picking an apple off a tree.
Would you eat an apple pie if I made it with freshly picked apples that we picked from a tree?
Let's go to the grocery store. Save ourselves some time. Oh. This smells like apple juice. Let's get it on the palate.
Okay. Does not taste like apple juice. I'm very confused.
Really? Okay.
I need another sip, though.
It has that appley sweetness in there, but it's bringing in a little bit of spice, too. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, the apple sweetness isn't so forward. I'm happy it's more concentrated on the nose and not quite as prevalent on the palate. It's a little tempered down. And then there's this nice welcome spice. If you like smooth whiskey and super easy sipping stuff, this wouldn't fit the bill because there is spice right there in the mid palate.
To me, what you're registering as spice, I'm kind of registering as like drying oak.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't seem spicy to me. It just kind of dries out my tongue.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to need another sip of this myself. But first impressions are, while on the nose it might have smelled like something almost special because of the concentration, on the palate, it's not coming across as anything special, but it is coming across very good. So another sip for me.
I wonder if this is an Irish. It hits me like an Irish.
It could be.
It's very drying. I'm kind of surprised at how drying it is, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of has this dry white wine effect. Not to say that it tastes like white wine, although now that I said that, I could kind of see like a dry Riesling or something like that being part of this glass experience. But like, I'm getting, man, now that I've said that, I can't get anything but that. I'm getting like apple, white grape, black pepper, and there's the oak that's on there is drying, but in, to me, a very pleasant way. But it is dry. It's a dry drink.
And I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm not offended, but I also don't know if I love it.
Yeah, I would say that my experience from the nose is we're coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Like nose, 2 thumbs up. Palate, I don't know if I'm thumbs up or just okay. Finish, I'm probably a pretty firm just okay. Like it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pleasant to me, but if you're off put by drying things, then this wouldn't be the thing for you. I think I have my initial ratings on this before we find out the price.
What's yours? I need a second.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It is heavily contingent on price.
Yeah.
I like the nose. This is the type of pour that I would sit down and smell a lot. I might pour 1 glass at the end of the night while we're watching a show or something. I would smell it a lot during the hour of a show, and then, I would sip through the glass as I went. It would be something on like a warm summer night. It's kind of crisp. I like it.
You done?
Yeah. It's trying to give you time to talk.
I'm ready.
Stalling for time.
When I like
this is
sit like when I sit like this means
okay.
like, hey, I'm ready.
This is the opening the kimono. I'm trying to stall so she has time to get her sit down and has something to say.
He's
so
not
I have
trying to
less.
stall.
So I have less to cut out in the editing.
He's not trying to stall.
Go ahead.
He just talks a lot.
Right, that's true.
So I'm honestly gonna give this just okay.
Oh.
I don't dislike it, but I also don't need it.
That's fair. That's fair. Don't hear what we're not saying. Just okay doesn't mean we don't like it. She's just saying she doesn't need a bottle of it.
Yep.
So in our pool, this is number 30, and the price on this is $110.
Oh yeah. I'm not going thumbs down. It's well crafted, it's good, but I'm still saying just okay. I definitely don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm not a hard pass, but I would like it.
Yeah. I would say for $110, I'll still say thumbs up.
Wow. It tastes $110 worth to you?
It's the nose is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And the oak that's on there is really good. It's just a very specific thing. And I don't know of many whiskeys that do what this whiskey does.
Gotcha.
And I would like to have a bottle of this.
Okay.
With that said, I could go to it just okay because I don't have to have a bottle of it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that in between.
That's fair.
It's a soft thumbs up. I enjoy it a lot though.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find out what it is. So this is
What is it?
This is Yellow Spot 12-year Irish whiskey.
It is an Irish, but
it is 46% ABV.
Okay.
So 92 proof-ish. Thanks to Eric David Gunderson for this bottle.
Can you remind me what we have previously ranked the spots? Was Yellow Spot one of mine? Or was a Blue Spot and Green Spot that I liked?
Green Spot.
Green Spot.
Liked a lot. We had that on a Wildcard Wednesday video. If you want to look back, I think it's titled something like The Best Beginner Irish Whiskey or something like that. This definitely brings a lot more oak to the equation. And for you, it was drying.
It was drying. And I didn't love it for that price especially.
This is wild. So Powers John's Lane is another Irish whiskey that we tried completely blind in this format, and I think we both landed at just okay on it. It didn't blow us away. However, it's something that we really enjoy when we do know what we're drinking.
Yeah.
And some of that maybe is, bias and influence or whatever. I know when I'm drinking Yellow Spot, I enjoy it quite a bit. However, in this blind tasting format, it's coming across the way it's coming across.
Yeah.
Might just be the day. Now that I know what it is, I'm going to take another sip.
Me too.
Cheers.
Of course it's better to me because I know what it is.
And that's why we do it blind. Yep. 100% better knowing what it is.
Yeah.
And not 100% better.
Because I'm in my brain, I'm subconsciously making allowances for it because it's part of the Spot series. And I know I like Green Spot a lot. So I'm like, this is why we do it blind, because even me as someone who is not a whiskey nerd like Josh is, I can still be influenced by what I even like that's related to what I'm drinking. So that's wild.
Here's what I'll say about this. Taking a sip knowing what it is, to me on the palate earlier in this video, I was having a little bit of a disconnect between the fruity sweetness that was there and the oak. But this sip right here, maybe it's knowing what it is, maybe it's just my palate acclimating more to what's in the glass. But there's a honey maltiness that came through on that sip that ties the fruity sweetness together with the oak and makes it so much more rounded off and enjoyable to me. Maybe that's just my mind knowing that it's an Irish single malt or pot still, or maybe it's just what the glass is giving me. Nonetheless, Yellow Spot is a kind of pricey Irish whiskey for
It
what you're
is.
paying. We have found through other tastings that Powers John's Lane is a very comparable alternative for a considerable amount of money less. And we've had other Irish whiskeys that we also like a lot. So keep an eye on our videos if you're interested in Irish whiskey. They do pop up from time to time in this blind tasting format. And if you like this blind tasting format, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we do this all the time over here. It's what we're all about. And like the video if you liked it, and hit the bell if you want to tune in to one of our live streams. They bounce around a little bit by date. The bell will help you a ton, and we would love for you to join us for a pour.
Absolutely. And that's it for today. Be good to each other, and until next time,
Cheers.
cheers.